Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jackson, and in this video, I'm going to go over my 4 passive income streams that I have generated over the last 4 or 5 years of my life. And before I start, you should know that these aren't really income streams that I have per se wanted to keep me going long term, as in you're not going to be able to retire from your job off of these, but they do provide just a little bit of extra income every month that I can put towards more savings. Starting off with the first one on my list is Bitcoin mining. And I actually use a program called NiceHash, and I use it with my old gaming computer that I bought back in 2014. It was a custom rig. I was really excited. It was the first computer I ever got to build. And so far since then, I don't really use this computer anymore. So I had some graphics cards lying around. So I thought this was a great opportunity to take the extra GPU and production power of this computer and put it towards something useful that could generate me more income. So it does consume a fair bit amount of electricity, but this is just very much offset by what the price of Bitcoin has done over the past few years. So I currently set this up about 6 or 7 months ago. It's been running for, like I said, about 6 months, and it generates anywhere between about $50 and $70 a month. Totally passively. The only thing you have to do is just make sure it hasn't crashed after a couple days or something, because sometimes it does get, you're pushing your graphics cards to a very intense level. And you have to make sure the temperatures do stay very modest, but right now I just have this shoved in the basement. It's in some closet. Just make sure temperatures stay well, and this should be able to run indefinitely, pending that the graphics cards don't overheat or something else goes wrong with some sort of natural disaster, the home. Now, in terms of actually getting the money, is NiceHash will send you the money to your NiceHash account every 4 hours, and then from there you can withdraw it into Coinbase. And you should note that if you are withdrawing it into Coinbase, there are tax consequences for doing so. It's going to be treated just like any normal income, so it's an ordinary income tax, and you just pay it your normal tax bracket. But since the cost basis is 0, you're paying pretty substantial taxes on what you earn. So expect the tax man to take about 30% of everything that you make. Moving on to the second passive income source that I have is mobile app development. And I have been doing mobile app development with a framework called Flutter for around 3 years now. I was very big into Flutter right when it came out because I saw the technology and what it could do for the app environment. So I wanted to get in creating apps, and I have about 7 apps in the iOS App Store with about 100,000 downloads between all of them. They generate around anywhere between $70 to around $140 a month. You can see here scrolling through. And I should specify that this isn't totally passive, because I do have to stay up to date with trends of how Apple's implementing their new SDKs or how they're creating new products, so I can better utilize my app to take advantage of new hardware, whatever new software that they're coming out with. Most recently is I had to make an update to some of the apps to provide advertiser consent for tracking apps across different platforms. So this may not be totally passive, but in the essence of me, I really do enjoy doing this type of stuff. So I have no problem spending a couple hours a week or a couple hours a month just really updating apps and making sure that customers are happy using my products. I currently have a couple paid apps and free apps. The free apps have ads in them, and then you can pay to remove the ads and get some more features. I do have another video highlighting how I created these apps and the process that I took to coming up with ideas. I'll link that video below if you want to find out more details on it. Moving on to the third passive income strategy that I use, and that is with BlockFi. I currently use BlockFi as a high yield savings account for all of my uninvested cash that I don't need access to right away. BlockFi will hold GUSD, which is a stable coin in cryptocurrency, but they always have collateral available in case that they don't have their loans available to be paid on time. But I do feel very safe having my uninvested cash in there, and currently they're paying upwards of 7.5% interest on your cash, which is just a really outstanding interest rate, because the S&P usually performs anywhere between 7 to 9% with dividends reinvested. But I know historically that over the past 4 or 5 years, we've seen way more than 7.5%. So I could throw it into the market, but since I do need access to this cash pretty regularly, or if I'm planning on buying a home soon, I don't really want to have this into the market due to the market, volatility. It could go down for 2 years. We just don't know. So in order to hedge myself against the market, I like to have some cash available in the essence that I do need to take it out right away. And this is just a really great way that you can guarantee that your money is still very accessible and liquid, but you can still get a very good return. BlockFi currently does have variable rates, so they could change at any time. Every quarter they reevaluate what the rates are. Last quarter that was at 8.6% APY, and they did downgrade that to 7.5, and there are other services that will pay higher interest rates, but I just really trust BlockFi. I know a lot of other people that have millions of dollars with them, and they've had no issues over the years. So me having about $20,000 in cash there, it does pay around $90 a month. And finally, the last place that I use to generate passive income is with just investing. I keep my money with Webull, Robinhood, and E-Trade. I find that E-Trade is the platform is just a very, very time and tested service. So I keep my Roth IRA there with about $40,000 in it. And then I have my general brokerage account there with about $20,000 in it. And then I have my Webull account with about $30,000 in it. And I have all this invested. This is all just money that I just don't need for a very long time. So I want to get some appreciation from the stock market as it continues to go up. But a lot of these will pay dividends. So a lot of the tech stuff doesn't pay dividends, but a lot of the more value and safer, a lot of ETFs will pay dividends. So dividend investing across all this portfolio makes around $125 a month. So it's just a really great opportunity to be able to take advantage of long-term growth in the market. Overall, all of these investment strategies been bringing around like $350 a month, totally passively, but it's just a really great way that, you know, I can build up some sort of income stream in the essence that I did lose my primary job. But, you know, being in software development, those skills are still in pretty high demand, but just being able to branch out from your ordinary skill set into other avenues and create some money passively is really what, you know, I'm focused on right now. So if you guys like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video to see more content similar to this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Jackson, and I will see you in the next one.